Now it's time to talk about Lions linebackers. We're going to get into the stats, the grades, how it compares to the rest of the NFL, all that. Who's going to make the cuts? From my perspective, woof, oh, woof. This is going to be a hard one. What is going on, YouTube, and welcome to Detroit Lions Talk with MicroMike. We talk all things Detroit Lions, news, rumors, analysis, breakdown, and everything regarding our franchise. In this video, we're talking linebackers, and we're going to be talking about the depth chart of the Detroit Lions. We're going to break everything down because this group is in a world of hurt. But we got to talk about grades. We got to talk about what we see, what could potentially happen, who makes the cut, and all of that stuff. But before we jump into it and go into a rabbit hole for the linebacking core, make sure you hit that like button. Let's get to 100 likes in this video. It can be done. Yes, this is the scary core for the Detroit Lions. It's the death chart. It is the bottom of the barrel, but we still got to talk about it because we do need to see that there could be some bright spots of this core. Let's begin. Lions have quite a bit of linebackers on this team, and they're going to need all the help they can get from this core. Last year, if you've watched anything of the Detroit Lions, the linebackers were absolutely bad. Talk about real bad. They were the worst I've ever seen in my life, and I am been a fan for quite a long time. So I do think they're going to make a jump from last year because literally you cannot get worse from last year. A lot of bit of changes here. Obviously, we no longer have Christian Jones and Jarrad Davis. They are no longer on the team. We have some new additions, a draft pick, but we're going to go break it down. Let's start with Jamie Collins. He is my number one linebacker on this football team right now. Jamie Collins is the best one, and when it comes to coverage as well as stopping the run, he is the veteran guy to help lead here. And yes, that is not good saying he's the best guy in the team, because it's not like he's some outstanding great linebacker compared to the rest of the NFL. He's a decent linebacker. Make sure you hit that like button, folks. Let's get to 100 likes in this video. The more likes we get, the more chances that I put a smile on my face. Let's get that smiles up. Smash that like button. Let's get this video out there. Mid-round on a team, he would be a quality linebacker from any other team, but a standout, not. That would not be the case for Jamie Collins, but he is not bad for him. I expect him to have similar stats he had last year. A little bit better, though, because you got to understand from the linebacking core's perspective, the defensive line is important because it makes their job a little bit easier, and I do think that the interior pass rush is going to be better for the Detroit Lions and stopping the run. So you're going to see the numbers get a little bit better for these guys. But Jamie Collins, similar to how he played last year. Hopefully he can stay healthy. He was a little bit nicked up for the Lions. Number 2, we have Alex Anzalone. I don't have high expectations for Alex Anzalone. I think he's going to be somewhat similar to Christian Jones. And yes, that's not really that good. He is a veteran guy going basically from team to team here. He's a journeyman linebacker. He can do a little bit of coverage. He can do a little bit of stopping the run, but nothing special. He would be one of the guys on another team that potentially doesn't even make the roster for the Lions. So a journeyman guy, a Christian Jones replica. Jahlani Tavai is a question mark here. He has lost weight, lost 17 pounds, lighter than he was last year. Can his speed then get better? Because what issues with Jahlani Tavai was he was really slow, and he was getting beat nearly on every single play. Can the new scheme and the loss of weight help out Jahlani Tavai? I really hope so, but from my perspective and being honest, I don't have a lot of hope for Jahlani Tavai. I think he's going to get surpassed by Derrick Barnes, the guy who we drafted this year in this draft. But in regards to Tavai, I think he could potentially get cut. I mean, I think he does make the roster just because of the lack of quality players on this team, on this core. That's why he makes the team. But I think if he does make the team this year, this is his last year. And I would expect the Detroit Lions to really revamp this core, continue to in the next NFL draft. My expectations for Tavai is he's going to be bad this year, similar to last year. Derrick Barnes is actually, I think he's going to surpass probably Alex Anzalone, end up being number 2. So let's not really look at this LB4 right now. It's just he's a rookie. And so you kind of get pushed back as a rookie. But I expect him to be the number 2 guy definitely mid-season to end of the season. He is the highest ceiling of these guys. Him and Jamie Collins will lead this pack. I think his presence alone is going to make the core better just because he's better than Alex and Jahlani, as well as better than Christian Jones and Jarrad Davis. He's going to come in here. He's a strong, powerful guy. He likes to hit with contact and likes to really go at you. And unlike Jarrad Davis, he actually hits his targets. So he just needs to develop. I mean, he's a guy that just needs to develop. He's a rookie, but his ceiling is extremely high, and we're going to see him get better as the season goes along, and that's very good for this core as well. Jalen Reeves-Maybin potentially could beat out Alex Anzalone and Jahlani Tavai here. He's actually better in coverage than Tavai and Anzalone. His issue is stopping the run, but watch for him to beat them out and see more of Jamie Collins, Jalen Reeves-Maybin, and Derrick Barnes in that area. And then we'll go out with potentially Tavai Anzalone as number 4 or Trey Flowers. But look for Jalen Reeves-Maybin definitely to make this team as well as to be a contributor. SDH, Shaun Dion Hamilton, I think he makes the team because he's a veteran here, but he would be a backup at best. If you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that big red button. Subscribe to the channel. You're watching it anyways. Let's get to 14,000 subscribers, and you could be the guy to get me over the hump. Imagine you click it, 14K. With your help, we can get it done. Let's spread this Lions information out there. Anthony Pittman and Tavante Beckett, I really don't think they're going to make the team. I honestly don't. And Reggie Gilbert, he could make the team over them. That's the newest guy we just picked up. He actually has a connection from our coaching staff with Jacksonville Jaguars. He could beat out and be the last linebacker on this team, and he could contribute if the other guys don't pan out well. So it'll be fun to see him in camp because we really didn't know him. He did decent in college. He's Mark Orum's guy. Shout out to Mark Orum. Subscribe to his channel. But he hasn't done well in the NFL. But considering our depth, he may make the team. And when we go back to the score here, folks, we need to understand, and honestly, we could be picking up a guy after teams cut players and they trim him down to 53. That's something really to pay attention to because this is absolutely bad. And I do suspect that another linebacker getting cut from one of these teams has a higher ceiling and is better probably immediately than a couple of these guys currently on this football team. This is the worst positional group of the Detroit Lions, and we're going to see it play out in the 2021 NFL season. That is what it is. It's going to be really difficult to see this team play in week in and week out. They're going to get beat in the middle. There's going to be a lot of hiccups. But like I said on the wide receiver video, you need to understand that this is a multi-year rebuild. And this defense was gutted and decimated and destroyed by Quinn Trisha. It was really hurt, specifically this linebackers. It was bad. And for Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell to completely revamp this, they could have went back-to-back linebackers and maybe should have in this draft, but they went BPA, and I'm fine with that. But it's a multi-year deal. They're going to have to draft linebackers next year to help this team out and potentially pick up a free agent to really change this team from one of the worst positional groups last year, not just on our team, but in the NFL, to really elevate it. And I expect, in all honesty, Jamie Collins to be mid-tier guy and the rest kind of not do well at all. And Derrick Barnes be an up-and-comer. That's how I see it. So put it in this. Last year we had Jonah Jackson. I kind of see like Derrick Barnes slowly developing. I don't think he's going to make the all-rookie team, but he has got a good ceiling. He's going to be a guy that will elevate, but he's going to have his issues. So we see one guy that's a midder and everyone else. And that's not good when you're doing a 3-4. So it's just going to take some time. You got to be able to embrace this suck, and this linebacking core sucks right now. But in the upcoming videos, we do got videos dropping every single day for my channel, so make sure you get ready for it. It's great videos. I'm dropping breaking news, everything regarding Detroit Lions. So hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. But more importantly, we got the One Pride podcast on my channel at 6:30 p.m. every single Thursday. Interactive mailbag show. If you got questions, throw in the comment sections. Myself and the panel will answer it, and it's fun. And on Sundays, I do go live, but not every single Sunday because I do have a life. So hit that notification bell so you can, if you got questions for me personally, you hit me up on Sunday. Usually it's 11 in the morning Eastern time, and we have a great time talking about it. So hit that notification bell. Also,